Blessings. Welcome to today's Law Enforcement Daily Devotional. We're still in Numbers and we're in chapters 14 and 15. As we talked about yesterday, we kind of came up to this climax of being on the edge of Canaan, and the scouts go in and come back and two give a good report, and 10 or is it 2 from each tribe? And anyway, 22 or 10 give a bad report. So anyway, Israel does not wind up going into the land of Canaan. It reminds me of a story of my daughter. Well, one day we were going to go see her grandmother. She loves her grandmother, and I mean, she was 5 years old maybe, and we said, before we go, you're going to have to clean up your room. And she absolutely refused to clean her room. So we waited a couple hours, and then when it got to the past really the time we were supposed to leave and we were running out of time to make it there and back, I called my mom and said, we're not going to make it, and then explained to my daughter, we're not going because you wouldn't clean up your room. Oh, and then she pitched a fit and she wanted to go, and I'll clean up my room now, and it was too late, and we didn't go. And so that's very much like what I picture here with the Israelites. Here, I'm gonna take you for this reward, and no, I don't want to do it because that means I would have to do X, Y, Z. And then time passes, you get the picture. So they don't get into the land of Canaan. They pitch a fit. Now they want to go, and God says, no, I already told you, you've missed your opportunity. So they continue to be rebellious, like a child will be, and has to learn discipline, and a good parent will discipline a child through that. And it's not easy, and you know it. So I can't imagine how this was for God, because he loves the Israelites and he doesn't want to punish them. He wants to give them good gifts, but he's got to teach them discipline. So throughout chapters 14 and 15, we see God holding the hand of this 4 and 5-year-old infant nation, loving them, providing for them, protecting them, but at the same time, when they step out of line, having to discipline them and bring them back to, here is the way you're to live. Here are the rules, and you've got to follow the rules. So we see examples of this in chapter 14 and 15. And sometimes if you're not looking at it from that perspective, you see this guy who goes out on the Sabbath and he's doing things he's not supposed to, and he gets a sentence of death. And you think, oh my gosh, that's horrible, that's harsh. No, think of it as this child is being taught, this nation is being taught discipline, and it's only because God loves them and is trying to bring them along. So we see this in the story, but we've got to keep that real perspective on the truth of what's going on, and it'll help us. Tomorrow we're going to be in Numbers 16, 17, and 18. Yes, this was a very short, for me, takeaway, but it's not that it's not important. It's hugely important. We have to be a disciplined people and not a rebellious people. But we're going to keep moving through Numbers tomorrow, 16, 17, and 18. Read ahead, get some takeaways from this, and love on the Lord. He loves you. He wants to hold your hand and give you loving kindness. Blessings, and I'll see you tomorrow.